On the test bench today, we have a Intel Core i7 4790K paired with an EVGA Kingpin, I can never remember, classified Kingpin. I don't know if you gotta say both, but classified Kingpin GTX 980. So this is a absolutely iconic set of hardware. For, I don't know, upwards of 10 years, GTX 980 paired with a 4790K has been like the ultimate budget build. You can buy a build like this, not with the Kingpin, but with a standard 980. I have gotten them for free. I have gotten 4790Ks just straight up posted for free. That's not normal, but I have gotten them. So we have our standard Asus Z97 Maximus 7 Hero. We've got our 32 gigs of blue Trident X DDR3 2400. We've got our standard 240 millimeter liquid cooler. And then again, we've got this absolutely amazing Kingpin GTX 980. So with this build, with each of these builds, I try to have kind of a goal to show, this is what you can use it for. So with this one, we're shooting for an older build, primarily for legacy games. Not super legacy. We're not talking 20-year-old games here. We're talking pre-Cyberpunk 2077. So we're talking 2018. We're talking Far Cry 5, Battlefield 1. But with the ability to dabble in these newer games, should you want to, and get an at least acceptable experience. We did test all games at 1440p. I won't lie, it probably would have ran better at 1080. Duh. But not a single game I tested was unable to deliver a viable experience at 1440. So it's kind of on the edge, but I think it's doable. Kind of your decision. I like to show the outer edge so you know that whatever you do is going to be better than that. But let's jump into the games. And I've got 4 titles as usual. I've got 2 modern AAA titles and 2 legacy AAA titles. So let's jump into it and let me show you how it runs. This is Cyberpunk 2077, our standard first look game. Let's take a look here. So we are running 1440p, FSR 3.0 quality mode, FSR 3.1 frame gen is on. I do have the crowd density turned up to high and the settings at the standard medium preset. So I do know there are those who say, oh, you can't use frame gen when you're at that low of a frame rate, but I will always and continue to point out that we are taking far less than ideal hardware and attempting to make it ideal. So this is kind of, we're almost cheating here. But I would argue it's reasonably playable. Look, I know it's not that beautiful look that Cyberpunk is known for, but at the same time, it's also not that, low spec gaming or low frame rate gaming that you see some people really proud of doing. It is a pretty solid experience if you can get past the fact that, yeah, you're running at the very edge of what it can do. But I think this gives a pretty solid idea of what to expect. The police are after me now. It is pretty smooth, actually. It's smoother than I'd expect under the circumstances. Only in the really deep downtown areas is it really, noticeably slower, but anyway, let's move on to the next one. This is Hogwarts Legacy, running honestly, in my opinion, looking pretty good. It's at, so let's take a look at this. So we're running 1440p FSR in FSR quality, and we do have the FSR frame gen on. And then we're running at the low setting. This is one of those games, in my opinion, don't want to run afoul of anyone else's opinion, but in my opinion, this is one of those games that looks fairly good at the low setting. Some games do, some games don't. My finding is that most modern games look pretty good at the low setting if you have a system that can actually handle the low setting. That's the thing that a lot of people get confused with, is they think low looks terrible, and I'm like, no, it's not that it looks terrible, it's that your system can't even handle low. But this can clearly handle the low setting at a very playable frame rate. I am going to advise in this situation, you probably want to leave it at low, because this is a game that has just a giant swing in frame rate, okay? It goes up, it goes down, it goes back and forth. So you're going to want that frame rate overhead. You're not going to want, just because you can hit 81, 82 right now, doesn't mean you're going to be able to hit 80 plus, you know, in the next thing that you try to do, or the next area you go in. It's just, it's a weird game when it comes to frame rate variance. But like I said, I would argue that this looks pretty good. Ooh, look, I wonder if I can kill myself. Oh, I can. Did I die? I died. My journey ended. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This is Far Cry 5. Looking amazing, as it always does when you're running it at a higher setting level. So let's take a look here. So we are running 1440p at the ultra setting. VSync is, oh, VSync's on, okay. Looks like the setting level we're at, though, pretty much hits 60 FPS. I haven't messed with this one in a while, so I'm not positive what the... Every game's a little bit different about the minimum it needs to be at. Those people are like, oh, you have to have 60. No, it's not that simple. Some games you really need that 60. Some games 30 is fine. It just depends. But we're looking pretty good at the 50 plus FPS in the 1440p. So, and this is a maxed out 1440p experience. Like this is completely maxed out. It just goes to show you that basically Cyberpunk and older run perfectly fine on these systems. And these are games that look almost as good as modern games. I mean, a few of them show their age a little bit, but for the most part, these games look barely any different than what they're putting out today. So I think people are really sleeping on a lot of these games. But this gives you a solid idea of what we're looking at on Far Cry 5. So let's move on to the next one. This is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This is a very demanding game. It's actually an interesting situation because they've kept it up graphics-wise. They keep adding to it. And because this is a game, unlike a lot of the games that are the same age or even slightly older than the hardware, this is a game that's actually, I think this is about the same release approximately as this hardware. But take a look at our settings. So we should be on, yeah, medium. Okay. And then we're at 1440p resolution. Oh, wow. That screen space reflections was really killing it.
To give him what
Just so happens I need the Peller alive. So if you agree to leave him alone, for good, I'm willing to tell you how to help Edric.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Now, the video here... Do I have to kill these guys? Really? I really didn't want to kill them. I suck at combat in this game. And I don't have any idea how to heal myself. Really? Okay, he's toast. I think they probably got me because I can't heal myself. And I think they just about got me. Well, maybe not. These kind of games are generally not my kind of games. Oh, I guess I killed them all, and they totally took all my health. So I'm going to have to wait another, like, 20 minutes to get all my health back. Oh, what is this? This guy, usually archers are, like, easy to kill. Maybe he has a better... Well, this is pretty bloody. Dang. Does he have a... Okay. Well, that gives you guys a pretty good idea of what we can expect on The Witcher 3. It's actually not that bad once I turned that one feature off. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this look at the 4790K with the GTX 980 classified. I'm sorry, Kingpin classified. And thanks for watching.